put it on YouTube in the future?
Yes, I will download the videos after. I do have a YouTube channel that I could post it to, but it has nothing else other than maybe like a couple games of the tabletop game Infinity streamed. So it'd be a good place as reference to. Or we could put it on Take 20 D&D. They've offered to envelope us as well. Um,
Oh,
so all right, that should be. Oh, look at that! It worked. All right. Well, welcome everyone. Um, Thank you for joining me for an experiment. Um, I D&D back in the day when I was 10 years old, grade 5, in advanced D&D, Dungeons and Dragons. So I'm taking that old story and adapting it for 5th ed during COVID while I have a lot of time on my hands from working from home. So thank you very much. Um, Basically, we are a group of adventurers, a kind of an elite squad that's going to solve the world's problems. And there's a lot of problems. So you get to pick and choose which problems you get to solve. But the first one's kind of just an introductory, kind of get the feel of how I'm going to run the game. Like a lot of crime solving, a lot of you guys are special agents, information gathering, and going out to get those big baddies while killing their henchmen along the way. All right, but are we ready to begin? Anybody have any questions before we begin?
I don't think so.
I think we're good.
Sounds good.
Great.
Top of the notes. All right. So the introduction to Jorsekun. Peering through the magnoscope, he sees the largest planet of the system now within the same eyeshot of the smaller, further planet. Soon it would be in retrograde. With a long, deep sigh, the smoke escapes his mouth and weaves away slowly into the still room. It is time, he whispers to himself. Tapping his pipe's contents onto the floor, the wizard leads down, knees cracking as he bends. Wetting his finger with his tongue, he uses the recent deposit to blacken his finger with the ash. Glancing for a pause at his finger, he then wipes the ash under his eyes, the dark, wrinkled bags becoming a messy black from the process. From the satchel on his left hip, he removes a large, clear crystal, the size of a fist. Balled in one hand, a large scythe gripped in the other, he begins the quick, complicated cast. From memory, he mumbles the incantation. With the blade of the scythe, he draws a circle in the air. With the squeeze on the rock, a spark of green luminescence begins coalescing in front of him. The thick smoke left in the room becomes a wavy blur, with an introduction of wind. Small at first, but instantly growing in size, a portal 10 feet in diameter is lit by a green flamed ring. Ergron, Baelai II, the first name. Kalindra, Deza of Rael, the second name. Both said in a deep, monotone voice that carries through the chamber. Scroll. With the sound of wind flaring up into a loud crack, two figures are ejected. One landing with a silent grace, and the other figure stumbling forward with a growl. The wizard loosens the squeeze on the crystal, and as he does, as quickly as the conjure came, the portal vanishes. Dun, dun, dun. The room grows silent once more. Well met, my friends. I thank you for coming. Our time is short. We must find them quickly. All right, and we start with Darbul. All right, Darbul. So you've basically, after your incident with your brother and the family and revenge seeking and all that, have made your way to Heidelberg. You've dedicated yourself to your god, and you're making the pilgrimage. The pilgrimage begins at Bounty Leap. So on this map, I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to maybe if you grow size it, but Bounty Leap there is about halfway along your travels, and
Okay.
since when you start at Bounty Leap, you're not allowed to take a life. You're not. You can use sustenance of water, but you've got about a 12-day trek of not taking a life to complete the pilgrimage. The other thing is you're taking it during the dark season, the season of darkness, which no one does. It's rare people take the pilgrimage, but during the season of the darkness is just rare. But this urge you have, you need to get there. So a bit more reading, okay? Bear with me. I am a wordy mother flipper. Tucking the dragon scale back under your shirt, your whispers go unheard. Alborn is in its season of darkness. Only a dim moonlight lights the sky. Almost no one. I just explained this. Almost no one makes his 12-day trek during the season. 12 days without any sustenance aside from water is madness. But on this pilgrimage to fill this holy trek, you must not take a life for food or for survival. Despite all of this, you find yourself with the sensation of a terrible deadline that must be met. Your estimates, you have another sleep and days travel to complete your journey. 12 days travel to complete your journey. You hope this is congruent with the time that fate has set forth for you. Pilgrimage aside, food apart from hunting along this passage is scarce. Even if you had been hunting, you'd find yourself in the same situation. Avoid being prey. Cannibalistic polar bears, packs of wild wolves, and the odd owl bear are common along the path of reflection as the wild dogs of Avalier, near where you are from. You've been lucky as of yet, a few close calls avoided as you were mindful of the wind shifts in your scent trail. Traveling along this path between the extreme cold, the darkness, the lack of nourishment, and the harshy rocky terrain, you're about half the pace of when you started. Time tracking is clear skies filled with the sparkling stars and the moon that orbits the same pattern you grew up on. You have always been fascinated by the stars. The chaotic moon is in far orbit and won't light the sky for a few months. However, the constant moon is on the latter part of her twice daily spin around Jorsekun. You've watched her trace in a different line on the sky's continent other than your home, but you know her routine. Night is coming. A few hours pass and you're coming upon the time to search for a proper place to camp. Along this trail, hilled caves provide some cover from the environment, however, they're commonly the dens of native bears or other predators. You've passed the remains of several files built right up the trail, as it seems a few chose not to risk the caves. No spot you've seen is optimal. You gauge in a more hopeful fashion that one last climb will provide you raised ground to make camp just off the trail. It is a relatively calm night. The wind is smoother than the previous few nights. You begin your ascension. You're heading north and the wind is in your face. You've caught the scent of a fresh kill. What do you do?
I can smell the fresh kill.
So yes, the fresh kill is upwind, where you believe your best resting spots will be. Up the
Probably.
hill, gauging the next ascent. So it would be. You've passed Bounty Leap. You're hitting Horde's Ascent.
Probably sneak and see what's going on. If it looks like it's, the fight's passed and the prey's been drug off already, I might camp there because the smell would likely discourage some things, encourage other predators.
All right, so you're going to try and sneak up and see if you can see where the kill is, or just continue along the path, mindful of your scent.
Probably continue along the path, mindful of my scent, kind of sneaking along so I don't encourage the predator from the kill to come after me.
All right, so another half hour passes. The wind has picked up a bit, and there's a noticeable drop in temperature. You found an area that overlooks the trail that would make some limitness to get to. Your first impression is this is a perfect spot to make camp. Anybody trying to get up after you would surely alarm you with their attempts. It would give you some protection as well as you're not on the verge of exhaustion. However, you may not come across a better spot to rest before you are completely drained of energy. So up on this cliff here, there is a spot away. I'm going to go over to Shadow while you think about maybe climbing that spot or pressing down the trail. Shadow, you are in jail.
Yep.
You kind of freaked out after you lost your buddy and ran into some town guards that you decided you were tougher than, and they made short work of you. Because of that, you were thrown in jail for assault of a peace officer or whatever the equivalent would be. But your weapons were confiscated in that process as well and sit in the armory. So it's been a year, your residence at Hato Prison. You've been quite comfortable. Not that the prison represents anything in the way of comfort, but the routine you've settled into and the friends you've made with the inmates has made the time pass with relative comfort. One sec. Oh, cream soda. You've had an escape plan for some time, but the uncertainty when compared to this new life is a risk you've not been willing to take of yet. Maybe things will change, who knows? Guards have been on the edge of late. You know they are just doing their jobs. No ill will towards them as a whole, but there are a few there are a few you count a good day not seen. Even fewer is the number you would trust. That number is basically zero. There's one too dumb to be a concern. He's the closest to an acquaintance you have in the guard ranks. Fricks, a human night shift guard you've befriended. You're the only tabaxi he's ever seen, and you've utilized his wonder as an opportunity. Over the last few months, you've paid more attention to that relationship, much to the chagrin of your fellow inmates on your block. The relationship you know is beneficial. It is time for your nightly match of bones. As Fricks approaches with a broad smile across his face, you can see a pear in his hand. His uniform is a little more disheveled than usual. His uniform top is a little untucked, right by the ring of keys to the prison doors he keeps looped at his belt. The ring is paramount to your escape plan if you were ever to enact it. You need his key to access the armory where your confiscated weapons are stashed.
He might be blocking yours.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Ring is paramount if you're ever to weapons. You need this key to access the armory where your confiscated weapons are stashed. Your focus shifts back to the fruit. You know that pear is for you. He will make it the prize for the win, but you always let him win. And when he gives it to you anyway, it makes him feel good. You're comfortable with the routine. Scroll. As you sit at the table in the corner of the mess, he asks, "How's gone your day, Fef?" And we'll get your... So you're in the back, the mess hall. The guard is moving towards you, and he's talking to you. How goes your day, Fef?
Oh, my day is fine, friend. Have you come for our nightly match? You've come to beat me once again?
I have, and it's been 7 days straight. Starting to think you're letting me win.
You might have my cat's luck, my friend. You took that when you took me.
Good. Everybody's worried. Word is the army is shenanigans of a takeover, though. Ever since they came a couple years past, supervised the merchant ships, seems like they owned the ox. Likely you ready to play? I brought a pair for
Oh,
you.
yes. Oh, did you? Yes. Are they juicy like last time?
Yes, they're definitely in season.
Oh, well, I have a bit of a gambly hand. Let's play.
All right, so this game is very familiar, different variations throughout the world. It's a way you guys can play against each other for money, or there's other ways you guys can bet later on. But this is the first one. So you take 2d6, and it's basically you're taking turns. When you win I'll add these notes in later and give it to you guys in a scroll and add it to the lore notes, so you don't have to write this down. But 2d6, and you're taking turns, and you win a point if you roll a 7 or a 12. If you don't get it on the first try, you can risk a point and roll an extra d6 and add that to your previous total to try and hit 7 or 12 for 2 points. If you're at 0 points, there is no risk to roll that extra 1d6, and the lowest one can be 0 points. Players can get an even amount of rolling. Like if I roll and I'm the top and I win, you get still your second roll. And first 1 to 5 points wins. So I'm going to get you to start. Roll your 2d6.
6.
And since there is no risk, you roll that extra one and try and get either a 1 or another 6.
10. Not that time.
So that would mean you wouldn't get a point. And I'm going to roll mine, see if I get one. And right off the bat, I roll a 7. So I actually get a point. We're going to play this out. So roll your 2d6 real quick.
4.
4, try that out.
10 again.
10 again. I'm going to try to roll another one with and risk the point I have. And I don't do it. So I'd be down to 0. So that's how that game plays out. But in the future, that's what you guys would be doing to bet. But just for time's sake, I'm going to get us on, because once you guys get introduced is when I stop talking and let you guys play. And I'm really looking forward to that part. The game is played just as you predicted. He won, but you have the pair. You say your goodbyes, and you're off to your bunk for the eve, gleefully juggling the pair and catching it as you take a small bite. You climb the stairs and pass the window overlooking the bay. It would be quite the leap to get to that window, but even more of a leap out. The bay's waters are 4 floors down, a big fall into the rocky shore. As you pass a few bunks, you see Timid. You toss him the pear. He takes a bite, and then he passes it to Valve, and down the chain it goes. Your gang is tight. Everyone gets a bite, everyone eats. Okay, so quick. Tazkin's not here, so I'll just do his really briefly. He's basically just been abandoned, exiled from his tribe, and made it so he's lost pretty much honor. They didn't believe him for something, and he took something while he left. And the guilt has got him, for the first time, thinking he needs religion, which is odd for a barbarian, but that's the sensation he's getting. So he's making his pilgrimage east from his tribe lands to the Temple of Reflection. That would be the map, and he would be going this way. But yeah, we're going to skip him and on to Rayon. Rayon, you are in Gare City, pulling your normal scams. They've been increasingly going well of late. And you've kind of got a niche going with your friend Orsi. And faking rat infestations in the well-to-dos has got you quite the business. So it's time to get paid. You've convinced Beatrice Lavendale that you belong to a guild of rodent exterminators. She owns the Gleaming Pearl. What a mark. Through the painstaking trouble of Orsi, she is convinced that rats have taken over her building. A subtle whisper in her ear by another fencing client of yours, and she's now in touch with you. Ahem. Clarence Ledahell, rodent exterminator extraordinaire, is your front. And for a not-so-small fee, you can deal with her problem. You have a meeting with her in an hour. You're hoping to secure the... Oh, let's get your map. You're hoping to secure the contract. You need Orsi to put the cherry on top and run a distraction if the conversation steers the way of you not being hired immediately. This is not the first time you have used this con. Clarence would be quite the successful businessman were his company real. Half the West Side has sought her services or his services at one point. Word around the district is you do quite the excellent job, and make it quick. It will take you about 40 minutes to get from your where you are to where she is at your normal pace. You have to get prepared and in disguise. It's time to get moving. How would you disguise yourself?
Oh, I would don my most glamorous, most professional tunic. Have Orsi give Orsi an apple. Just be like, hey, it's time for you to be on your show, little man. And then just saunter down the road.
All right, so exiting your shelter's window and onto the balcony, you notice there are quite the number of travelers on the tenure today. You know the tenure to be the big road, the main road that divides the city. You leap down and start your trip. which way do you go? You can go, here's your location right here. There's the North Pass and the guards up here. Or you can go down the longer pass, but the easier to get around, and here's the Gleaming Pearl right there. So it's a south or a north decision. One is a
I'll
little
take
bit...
the.
Sorry, yep.
Sorry, I was gonna say I'll take the north decision.
The north decision. So there is the guards up here, but
Mhm.
the way you look, it should be no trouble for you. So you're making your way. You see the crowd of people. Where's Orsi? Is he sitting on your shoulder or anything like that?
He's in a little pouch on my hip.
Pouch on your hip. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So you're coming up to the guards gate up here, and you notice that they're checking people. Checking bags before they're letting entrance, and checking for weapons and all that good stuff. So you got about 5 minutes before you're hitting that queue. Anything you want to do beforehand?
I'll give Orseus a sign, like a click, just to tell him to scamper off. I'll drop the pouch, get him to run off toward where previously said a meeting spot,
All
and
right.
then queue up and follow the line.
Sounds good. So just before you hit the line, I'm going to pass over to Aegon. And Aegon, your intro is you are on patrol. You're in the Alburn Iron Guard. You spent most of your youth as a smith, and you're now doing your dedicated 3-year military service that every dwarf does in the Iron Guard. So the wind is howling, the snow a hard blister against your face, your long beard matted with ice, and your cheeks red from the harshness of the eve's breath. The combination makes it difficult to see further than 100 feet down the pass. Speaking of which, let's see where you're at. There's 3 of you up here. We're going to make you the yellow guy. And here are your buddies down by the fire. Okay, so tonight's patrol has found you on the southwest patrol of Alburn, your stomping grounds of youth. Between the twin keeps of Scott's Stair, protecting the pass is where you could find, if it were not the dark season, row of tent shops, artificers of the Scott clan plying their trade. The week has been quite busy for your detachment. Scouting goblin parties had been spotted with a few of the clan's flying familiars, and you spent the first 3 nights of your rotation hunting them down. After the success of your track, you spent the night at the second keep, and you're well rested for tonight's watch. You were at the top of the cliff face with Thraman and your second, Garrick. You're looking down the pass where your fellow guards are keeping warm, huddled together by the fire, not too far from the ocean landing dock. They are about 50 feet away, but around the 30 feet down. To get it where they are, you would have to backtrack around the cliff face and follow the trail down. "Aye, Sergeant," you can hear Gix yell up through the wind. "Come join us, Folly thee. Recount the time you had Adnir all rosy-cheeked after besting him at the tug." What do you do?
Well, I'd look over at Garrett. Garrick? Well, what do you think, my friend? Do you think we should head down there and deal with this wee bastard again?
That's a very good Scottish accent, thank you. That son B needs a walloping.
Why is it that Git is always the one that's causing the most trouble on this? Yak, yak, yak. That's all that boy does.
It's that red beard of his. It's flaming like an arse.
Right, well, we'll make our way down. Take the long way around.
All right. As you do, you're making your way. You and Garrick, is Thrombin coming with you, or are you keeping him up top?
Throman can stay lookout. He's good.
Sounds good. So you're making your way down, and we are on to Chrissa. Chrissa, you've grown up in the Temple of Reflection, isolated in the mountains far north in Alburn. Your parents both served there for as long as you could remember. Mother, Galadriel, father, Vularic, both taking lesser stations among the faithful of Argental and the church members. As you aged, it became apparent that you had what was called the Old Blood, a a tie to a great hero of past, although no one knew exactly which of legend is your predecessor. You had the uncanny ability of retaining knowledge, a soothing presence to those around you, and an ability to heal upon touch. Even demonstrated to no, we don't want that one yet because that's a revelation later. Sorry. Today's chores have tired you. Helping your father shear the sheep for 12 hours has given you the burn in your thighs. The crouching in pose while you hassle with a 3-year-old full coat is more than enough exercise for the day. After dinner, you make your way upstairs to study. You are dreaming. You know you are that doesn't work. You know you are in this dream as it is very familiar to you. The same dream comes to you every once in a while. When it does, you are not afraid, even though you always know what happens in the end. A great snake from the sea snatches a giant eagle out of the sky. The light of a bright star is expunged by a black cloud. A winged skeleton raises bodies from the ground. A griffin. All these flash. You wake. But you didn't really. You're running along the path of reflection south. You've done this 100 times. Only a few times during the season of darkness. In the makeshift set of armor you fashioned for yourself, the cold does not affect you. You brought your shield and longsword. For what purpose? This is new. You don't know where you're heading, but you know you're at a pace that needs haste. What do you do? Your sensation, so it's basically you have a feeling that south is the way to go, but you are thinking you're in a dream.
Head south.
Just head south. You're not okay. Sounds good. Your pace is exceptional. It is as if you're not in your body, but your mind still has focus. Like you're in a trance. Faster leaping from rock to rock over deadfall, every step is guided. An hourglass. The sand slipping away. A baby handed off from one set of hands to two. A bell clanging in the distance. Its pace quickening and growing louder. An avalanche so powerful it will wipe the world away. The crescendo. You look up. Okay, so I'm going to go back to Darble. Darble, you're on your path and you have about 1 day. You've gotten a shelter or a spot for a shelter, but it would take some dexterity to get to, or you can continue on your path to the Temple of Reflection.
I'll probably stop for the night there. I've already passed up one good spot, so.
Okay, sounds good. So along this it's a cliff face that has a bit of a hanging over top that pretty much shelters from where the wind is coming, but does take an acrobatics check, if I may, to see if you make it. It's quite a distance too, so it might take us a couple to get up there.
Yeah, I'll have a go at it.
All right, so that would be a acrobatics for the first one.
All right, acrobatics. That is a natural 20 plus a 5, so 25.
That is the first roll for 20s. Nice, awesome. Okay, so with ease, you make the first part of the climb. This one was the dexterity check part of it. The next one is a lot of overhanging cliff, and you have to be quite strong to make this one. Can I get a athletics check, please?
That is another 20 plus a 1 this time, so a 21.
21. There we go. So you made that one. And the last part is a bit slippery. So we're going to get a straight dexterity check out of you.
Okay, straight dex. That is a total of 7.
7. So this ice is a little bit slippy. You make it to the cliff, but you definitely have a tough time grabbing the last hold. With this, you do slip down, but have made it to the top. So you've dropped your quiver. Do you want to go down and grab it? Or do you want to stay up where it's warm and grab it in the morning?
I would probably go down for it tonight, just in case.
All right. right, so
No.
making it down, it is a straight leap down, but would require an athletics check.
Alright,
Oh,
we'll
sorry,
try it.
that's acrobatics check, not athletics.
Alright, we'll try acrobatics here. 9 total. Started out so well.
Yeah, so again, you slip there. We're gonna 3-point landing doesn't go so well, and you do the splits basically, taking 3 points of bludgeoning damage. But you're able to grab your quiver, and you make the first 2 legs of the trek back up. But we're gonna try and see if you slip on the third with another dexterity check.
Alright. That is a total of 8.
We're gonna you slip again, slipping on the top though. This time you go face first, getting over the cliff for 4 points of bludgeoning damage. But you're up on top of the cliff. Here's where you can set up camp, boil some water for sustenance. Yeah, now you can take your rest if you like, or it's up to you. If you want to try and no, that's pretty. You do study, but it's pretty cold, so I wouldn't be taking out your book for reading.
Yeah, most likely I'd probably just use up cure light wounds or something on myself and huddle into my cloak for the night. Or whatever I got for warmth. I think I had a bedroll.
Sounds good. I'm gonna get you to roll a 1 perception check.
Okay. Perception. 17.
All right. With that, you hear a distant growl. The smell of the kill has gone, so you've obviously passed that, or the wind has shifted a tiny bit, but you do hear a growl in the distance. All right, on to Shadow. Shadow. The next morning, you rise to bells. Loud clanging fills the dorm cells. You smell a faint touch of smoke. Smell, not feel. Yelling and screaming are coming from the cell over. Down the hall through the cell bars, you see uniform running to your block's door. It's Fricks. Coming screaming your name. Fess, we gotta go. We gotta get you out of here. He fumbles with his ring of keys to unlock the doors. Drops and almost loses it between the planks. Finally comes to your cell after opening the main door. Dun, dun, dun. And so he's coming up. A bunch of your cellmates are now rising. And he's opening your cell. And they're screaming and pleading for you to open their cells as well. He says, no time, Fef. We gotta go. What do you do?
Oh, what is going on? What is happening?
Seems like the army's here. They're taking over the city.
Well, you have to get these people out of here. They'll surely. There is time. There is always time. There is time. There's time.
They're at the entrance. They're barring the doors as we speak. If we don't run now, it's over.
Teammate and Valve. At least grab Teammate and Valve. We need them. They can help.
No time, Fef. Come with me now, or I'm leaving without you.
Okay, I will come.
I'm going to make a persuasion check for that.
Okay.
I can switch it up. Let's do that.
13.
Yeah. All right. So he's going to toss you the keys. Do you let everyone out, or just Timid and Valve?
I'll let everyone out.
All right. So they are going to follow you. So in this prison, we're going to. You're on the wrong floor. Sorry. So this is the second floor. There's a stairs to this block at the top. There's stairs to the bottom in the hallway, and there's stairs in the other cell block. And there's also stairs, but this one's restricted, needs another key in the middle of the room. You know to the armory to be on the first floor. Your stuff is over in the top left, the square highest in the top left. And
Okay.
the gate across the bridge is one way out, and your other plan enacted a second floor jump from a window. So those are your options.
Okay. I will pocket the keys and I won't give those back. And I will be like, let's go. And I'll rouse everyone and I'll have everyone go down the stairs and I'm going to go to the armory to grab my stuff.
Perfect. So you're going to make your way to the armory.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I'll pass on to Tazkin really quickly. Tazkin would be making his way out of Tufkit. He had a run-in with the innkeep there and was kicked halfway out through the night, drunk in a real mess. The guilt's just racking him. But he's making his way to the path of reflection and challenging anybody that comes his way along the way. Whether it be bear, wolves, he's looking, it's either death or glory. Rayon, you've come up to the guards in the lineup, and they're searching your stuff. They're asking you, what is your business in Uptown?
I have a meeting with the madam of the inn. She is expecting me.
Your appointment at the Gleaming Pearl?
That is correct.
All right, so he looks you up and down. That shirt you're wearing, it's well-to-do, but he notices your shoes. They're very, very torn up, and he's questioning, who do you work for?
For the Guild of the Rat Catchers. I've noticed that you've been looking in my shoes. It is as part of my profession that we must wear the dirtiest shoes in order to have the rats be comfortable with our presence.
I'll get a persuasion check.
Persuasion. 15 plus 16.
16 total?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so gives you the up and down look, but lets you go on your way. And you're going to be making your way. I got to get the whiteboard off. Making your way to the Gleaming Pearl, up to Beatrice. Beatrice is glad you've made it. How do you guys... Alright, so Beatrice Lavendale is a halfling who wears an absurd amount of makeup. You know she is a socialite with the elite who live a more fringe lifestyle. Today she is wearing a violet dress with a low cut, a long trail that follows in a serpentine fashion as she walks. She's basically in a waddle mode. Well, hello, darling. Must know your... hello, darling. Glad you can make it.
Madame Beatrice. I bend down and give her one of those French bows.
The good old, French bow,
Yeah.
okay. She's questioning, you do such good work. Everyone around the block has told me that you're quick and with haste. How do you do it? I must know your method.
Unfortunately, it is against my guild to disclose our secrets. However, I can assure you, madam, that I will do my task with the uttermost professionalism and best for your client.
Oh, darling, I am one with secrecy. I run a pleasure house of sorts. Please tell me, just tell me, how do you do it?
It involves a certain amount of allure and a connection with the lesser creatures of life.
Okay, so I'll get a persuasion check for that one.
Okay. Crap. 8.
She does not believe in it. I'll give you the job if you bring me one dead rat right now. They're everywhere. Go have a look for yourself. They're feasting in the kitchen right now. I guarantee it.
Thank you for the opportunity. I shall do as you say.
All right. right. And do you go off and search for rats? And she give you free leeway to the whole property.
I will go down to the cellar because I'm guessing there's a basement where they keep all the wine and food.
Yes, well, dark rooms, cold rooms, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there and check for rats.
All right. So that is about 20 yards. We're going to go down to the cellar. It's dropped in temperature, and you smell a stank, mildewy smell. Very cold, very poorly lit. But I'll get an investigation check. Where exactly are you looking?
On the floors near at the bottom of all the stalls.
Okay. Investigation check.
20, not 20.
Nat 20. All right. So with that, you do see one mouse, dead mouse. It may not be a rat. It may not be what she claims is the infestation that Orsi has been creating, but it might work. Do you take that one?
I'll take it.
All right, sounds good. Okay, now you're going to take that back up to her. I'm going to go to Aegon. Honestly, guys, until we get everybody together, it'll be a lot easier when everybody's together. But right now, I'm very close to the part where I can make some of the guys get together. Okay, so Aegon, where's yours? As you make your way down the path, you see in the distance some looming shadows where a few minutes ago there weren't any. With every step you take, they seem to be growing in size. You've left this guy up here. He just grew. Growing in size. They seem to be. It is tough to see through the flames of the fire, but the howling snow filled winds. But the abnormality of this alarms you. What do you do?
Garrick, do you see that in the distance there? What do you think that is?
Ooh, I've got no clue there, boss.
Right, let's walk a little quieter. I don't hear Git running his mouth anymore, and that kind of concerns me a bit.
The moment you hear that, or say that, you hear screams.
Move your ass, let's go find out what's going on.
All right.
So we run. As fast as our short dwarf legs can take us.
So as you're running, and it's just the two of you, we're going to get... Thraman also heard you, and he's going to start running down as well.
Okay.
But this isn't going to go well. Okay, so... You're looking at your squad, and as you're running, you see Gix picked up, ripped in half. Baskill is smashed, then stomped. Morin swings his axe and embeds it in the raised wrist of an ice troll, but then gets his head bitten off. You don't see Kalik. You don't see Rudin's death, but you see their shredded bodies. Torque is hammering at the face of one of the troll, while another grabs him and bites his arm off. The other finishes him off with a quick, swift kick. And Adnir, you don't have any trace of Adnir. See any trace of Adnir. But, so your squad down there is run into two large ice trolls. They had advantage on them. Took them by surprise. So, you're running up onto two ice trolls. Roll for initiative.
$17.
17, and I'll get you to roll for ally number 1.
2.
And ally number 2.
10.
17, 10, and 2. All right. 16 and 4. And open up the troll. Here we go. All right, so you get the first attack. These trolls had. So you guys did some damage to these trolls. Not much. You do see a couple gouges. One has an axe embedded in his wrist. But they're coming at you. What do you do?
The fire is still lit.
The fire is still lit.
Can I go to the fire and pick up a burning log and use that as well?
Most definitely. So a burning log in the fire would be partially lit as well. So I'm that one. I'm going to get a strength save. Constitution strength, I would say. No, Constitution save.
$11.
What do you think? Is that a strength save? Grabbing something burning? I know your con and your strength are the same, but for further reference, what do you think with grabbing flames?
He's
It's a
grabbing
constitution,
flames, so
right?
it'd be concentration, would it not? He's trying to blot out the pain to go. It'd be, I'd almost say a wisdom saving throw, just his will to hold on to this. Well, ow, it hurts, it burns, it's warm.
Wisdom. That's a stretch.
Willpower.
Willpower. Okay, so we'll
Right.
I'll reference that in the future.
It hurts.
I haven't had anyone grab a burning log before, so you made your save at 11 or plus. You're plus 6, I thought. Or did you roll a 5?
I rolled a 7 plus 4.
Oh.
You said Constitution?
Save. So your Constitution saving throws are the one chart down below, and you have a plus 6. So 13.
23.
20. So you grab a log, and you're about to swing it in an ice troll?
Yes.
Okay, so roll the hit with your strength bonus.
Strength?
Yep.
12. 8 plus 4.
That misses. All right, so this troll is going to try and bite you, as well as throw 2 claws your way. That'll be a miss. Does a 19 hit?
It hits.
All right, so 1 claw attack hits. It is 2d6 plus 4. 9 points of damage, of slashing damage.
Okay.
Okay, and your other friend, Garrick, he is carrying a hammer. He's going to swing. Natural 20. 18 points of damage. Not bad. And then the other troll is going to go after him with a bite and 2 claws. Ooh. That'll hit. Points of damage. All right, so he's now incapacitated. He just has his arm ripped off, screaming. The blood loss is going to put him out right away. And this other troll, actually, your other guys go.
Throwman.
I'll let you roll for him.
What do you want me to roll?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I got it. He's right here. Never mind. 19. He hits. He does 9 points of damage. And then it will be your go again. So we'll hold off onto that second round. And we're going to go down to... after Aegon. Back to Chrism. Chrism, your pace is incredible. Never have you ever traveled this fast for this long. You're unsure how long you've been running, but the familiar terrain would put you at a day's normal pace back to the temple. How is that possible? Have you been running for a day straight? You're back to your flashes. A silver scale torn from the prestigious silver dragons. A bear fighting off 3 imitations of itself. These are flashes, so real. You blink. Darble, you wake to see a bear scratching down at the cliff face. Tazkin, you're facing down the valley, your last day of travel. You're seeing 2 bears making your way down the path of as Horde's Ascension. Chrism, as you look up, you see 3 bears. Where is your path of ascension? So basically, all 3 of you, Darble's up top. 1 bear's at the click face, and 2 are around the corner. And Tazkin and Darble are convening. Chrism from the north, Tazkin from the east, and Darble, you're up on the cliff. And there's 3 polar bears. 2 large, 1 small. We're going to roll initiative. Tazkin gets a surprise attack, and Chrism, you get a surprise attack. As they're concentrating on Darble and his fire. So I'll let you do your surprise attack first, Chrism.
Okay. 15.
It hits. Yeah, roll for your damage.
8.
8 damage. All right. And he's going to throw his hand axe. 14 hits. 1d8 plus 4. For another 8. So 16 points of damage. You were going after the big one? There's 2 big ones that are down and 1 small one that's scratching. So you're going after the big one that was closest to you. As you attack it, you do see Tazkin throw an axe as well. You see this big Goliath with a bear hood throwing an axe, and you're welcoming the help. Darble, we're going to get everybody to roll initiative. 14. There we go. Okay, so anybody from 25 to 20? No? Anybody 20 to 15? Kristen, what'd you roll? Oh, you might be muted.
I rolled a 5.
5, okay.
5.
There we go. That is a 5. That's not very good, but is that with your modifier?
Yeah.
All right, so, and Darble, what'd you roll?
Total of 12.
12, okay. Sounds good. We're going to roll this fight out as it's all 3 of you, and then you can get on to your next part. So we have Tazkin with 16. He is going to follow up with his War Reaver attack, approaching the bear. 19 he rolls, plus That's a lot. 17 points of damage. That becomes 25. All right. Then it is on to a polar bear is going to swing back at him. 18 hits. He's going to try a claw as well. That misses, but the bite hits for 7 points of damage against Tazkin. There we go. Okay, so next would be Darble at a 12. So you're up on the cliff face, looking down. You have one smaller bear scratching, looking up. It is a very tiny bear compared to the other ones. The other bears are larger, but they're now concentrating on the two humanoid figures you can't really see, but have joined the fray. And do remember, you do have a "Thou shalt not kill" clause on your pilgrimage, if that is important to you.
So with the clause in the pilgrimage, I would probably have an idea. Is it like I'm not allowed to injure anything? Like if I injured it and somebody else specifically killed it, would that be within the spirit of this, or what would I know about it?
As you're not too studied on this pilgrimage, and you've just kind of undertaken it from the word of a couple of your religious friends, you're not too sure.
Okay. Well, I would probably err on the side of caution for now and see how these other creatures, whatever they are making out. So I would probably just cast Bless on them this round. And do they see me up in my little cliffside hollow, or do they know I'm there?
They do know that the fire was up there. They see the trail of the smoke that you left overnight. Not so much you, at least stand up and yell. Let them know.
Yeah, I think I'll stand up. I'll cast Bless on all three of us. And I will holler at them that I'm on a pilgrimage. I can't kill anything, but I can heal them while they're fighting.
All right. So, Chrism, you hear that yell. So does Tazkin. But, Chrism, it's on to you at your initiative 5.
Okay. So we're going to take our bonus action, and I'm going to cast Divine Favor.
Okay.
Do-do-do. And we're going to nat 20 it.
Oh, geez. Okay. So that's a crit. You're going.
So we're going to Holy Smite.
Are you going for the same one you went for the injured one?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, no, we'll go for the other one because I see that the other guy, gentleman with the giant axe, has that in hand.
Yes, he was closest to you. Okay. You're both, so there's two bears kind of bum to bum. And you're facing one, and he's facing one. You guys are making kind of an L. And the smaller one's still concentrating on Darble, which is above. If we look on the map, you guys are just coming up onto this ridge that's kind of protruding right below the fire. Okay, so
Okay, well,
you roll damage for this guy.
Okay. So are you doubling the dice total, or do you want us to roll double the amount of dice?
So I've always done double the amount of dice. Rolling more dice is fun. But whatever you guys feel comfortable with, you've done before. I'm easy either way. But yeah, no, I always go by the book, which is you take the second die.
Okay, so 11. 22 points.
22 points. Oof. So you take a large gash with your longsword, cut down the belly. You see some entrails coming out, and his white, grayish fur is starting to turn red from the wound. He is going to swing back at you as soon as he finds this. And we're going to do a bite with 13 to hit.
Nope.
And a claw. Natural 1. Nope. And the last bear is going to go after Tazkin. Or sorry, the little bear. He's going to try and he's going to turn around and go after Tazkin. So he's going to come up, use his 30 feet, and go on the side of Tazkin to flank. But this is a tiny bear. A natural 2 will not hit. Does he get 2 attacks, though? Let's see. Yep. And nope, that won't hit either. Okay, so we're at the top of the order. What we're going to do here is I'm going to add the trolls in and the dwarves in. You can't attack the only guys you see, but we're going to add those into combat. And we're going to add Rayon. You're going to have sorry, not Rayon. Shadow, you're going to have a confrontation coming up right now. So I'm just adding some trolls. And so if I may get Aegon to roll initiative for this round as well.
Oh, it's a great 4.
4. And they roll an 8. 18. And then can I get you to roll your 2 buddies with a +1 to initiative?
12
12.
and 7.
7. So 12 is Garrick, and Thramin is 7.
Garrick is incapacitated.
Yes, he is bleeding out. Okay, those are added. And then, okay, so I'm going to quickly move to Shadow. Shadow, you are in the prison, and you are making your way to the armory to make your find your weapons.
Okay.
So you're going down the closest set of stairs, or are you taking the hallway set of stairs? You know the closest,
I'll just head on.
the closest set of stairs goes down to the other block where there's other prisoners. Where the hallway one goes down straight to the hallway, which gets you to the main mess hall and out by the main facilities.
Okay, then I'll go down the main hallway set of stairs. And as I go, I'll look over my shoulder to Timid and Valve and just like kind of get them to like kind of block Fricks a little bit for me.
Block Fricks from where do you want to block Fricks from?
Just from interceding and preventing me from going to the armory. Just slow them up so I can go about and do my thing.
Okay, and the other guys, they're going to follow you in your procedure?
Yep.
Okay. So you have 2 other guys. We have unnamed gang members. Dirty. There we go. So you're making your way down. As you're coming... where are they? Right there. Perfect. As you're coming around, you see 2 guards coming up the stairs. They don't notice you have yet. What do you do?
Just keep walking slowly towards them, acting normal, casual.
All right. Hey, you! What are you doing? Get back to your
Me?
cells.
Oh no, Fricks, he let us out. They're coming. Go do your thing.
Fricks. What the fuck, Fricks? You can't let them out. So the guards are moving towards you. They're going to see if they can grapple you and put you back in your cell. What do you do?
I'm going to take with what little movement I have left. I'm going to take a running leap and attempt to jump over them towards the stairs.
Okay, so that I'm going to get an acrobatics check.
Okay. Uh, 22.
22. You successfully bounce off one wall and helicopter over both of them, and you have a free reign to the stairs. Do you leave your guards friends behind, or you make yourself to the armory, or do you turn and face and Take out these guards.
As I'm doing the jump, I come down. I'm going to give them both a shove in the back and then scream at Timid and Valve to grapple them and push them out of the way and follow me.
Okay.
Boys, downstairs, let's go.
So with that 22, I'll give you a free shove to their backs. 2 strength checks, though.
Okay. First one's a 7. And the second one's a nat 20.
So, nat 20 on the first one, or sorry, the second one.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one second one gets shoved down, falls face forward, and because you rolled the nat 20, we're gonna make it so the second one has a bit of a fumble over him as well as the other one falls with such force. You pushed him basically into him, and then we're gonna roll for initiative.
Okay.
So we're going these 2 guys, 4 and 2. And what did you get? Oh,
I got 16.
And you got a 16. Guard 1, guard 2. All right, and I'm gonna go quickly to Rayon. Tie you into this. So you've got your mouse in hand, and you're walking up the stairs, and you see 2 towns guards standing with the halfling Beatrice. What do you do?
I nonchalant. I walk up to Beatrice, present her with the mouth. My lady, as you requested.
This is no rat. This is hardly no. This is but a mouse, but a baby mouse. I've asked for a rat. Can you not provide one?
Else, there's always rats. This is just an easy pick for me to show you that of my abilities. But if you request, as per your request, I'll exterminate the rest of the building as well.
As you notice that, you see, as you say that, you notice the towns guard move in behind you.
Okay.
The lady herself seems a little bit rosy-cheeked at that. Do you do anything?
I'm going. If I see them approaching behind me, I'm going to. I'm going to duck. I'm going to get ready. If they try to grab me, I'm going to duck.
All right, so that is exactly what they're going to be trying to do. Thing is, it seems like your gig is up, so they're going to try and grapple you. We're going to roll for initiative. But we're going to give you advantage on this initiative because you were cautious when they were making the move behind you.
14 plus 19.
19. Holy okay. So you get the jump. What would you like to do? You said you
I'm
were
going
about
to
to dodge. So anything
Yeah.
after that?
I'm going to try to shove down the guard and then run away.
All right. So can I get an athletic? The guard. So there's one behind your right, and there's one behind your left. Both at like a 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock on a.
Is any of them? Which one of them is blocking the closest door or exit?
So yes, your closest door is again right in front of you, behind Beatrice.
Oh, I see.
That is the closest entrance. You don't know if that is locked or whatever, but that is the closest entrance. You guys are kind of in the back near the front desk part, so it's kind of a little, kind of an office area of sorts for the inn staff.
to shove the guard on my right at Beatrice. So I'm going to try to make him fall on her. So then I can run past him.
Sorry, say that one again.
Oh, so like I'm going to try to shove or somehow dodge so that the guard on my right will fall on Beatrice.
Okay, so dodge shoves. You're gonna shove basically. Okay, so
Yeah.
for that strength test.
12.
12. You shove, but you don't knock him down. He definitely falls back, and you use that opportunity to disengage basically from him and make your way to the door. Yeah, okay, sounds good. We're going to keep you in initiative. Sounds good. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to do here is we're having 3 combats at once. 3? Maybe 4? 4 combats at once. And make it so we're going to go in initiative order, but of course you can't attack something you can't see that's not in there. But we have the top of the initiative order. We have one of the trolls taking a swing at Thramin. No, wait. Garrick is not the one incapacitated. So the troll is going to try and bite at 2 claws. Ooh, 7. Misses all 3. So he tries to chomp down. The dwarf ducks, and as the guy's clawing, the dwarf runs through his legs and now has a shot at his back end. After that, it is Shadow and Tazkin at 16. So Shadow, I'll let you do yours. Oh, you're on mute, bro.
Okay, so I'm just gonna keep running down the stairs, and as I run, I'm just gonna be beckoning and motioning to the rest of the gang to follow and just overrun the guys that are on the ground, just trample them.
Okay. So these guys are running. They don't. You're just beckoning them. They don't have initiative yet. You are the first one to act. So you're yelling at them to follow you. One is down on the ground. One is tripped over the second one. So they're both prone, and you're asking them to go. Okay. So and you're going to continue down the stairs.
Yes, to the armory. Yeah.
Okay. So 5, 10, 6 on the second floor. Here's your first floor. That's where you will be on the first floor. Okay.
And I'll use feline agility to add an extra 30 feet to my movement.
All right. So out of this hallway, you have 2 options. One's to the right, into cell block, which you know is like A. One's to the left, which is cell block B. Both have entrances. Cell block B's is further away. Cell block A is up here. A is definitely closer to the armory, but you're not sure of which keys are opening all of those. Where you know is in the mess hall, there's 1 door, and you can get all the way to this door pretty much with only 2 doors. So the other one has more doors, is closer, and you don't know which keys are which. The other one is 2 doors, longer, and one of them you know is open.
Yeah, I'll go towards mess hall then, where I know.
Okay. Sounds good. That is your turn. On to Tazkin, is going to take a swing at the injured bear. On 16 plus... That is a hit with War Reaver. It's not a giant, so it is 1d12. Oh, nice. 16 points of damage. Where is that one? Bear. So, with War Reaver above his head, comes swinging down, cleaves the top of the bear's head, and you can see basically a little bit of a split from the ear down to the base of the skull, as one polar bear is very incapacitated, blood with an axe in his head. And that is that one. Okay, that he won't take anything as a bonus action. He doesn't. After that, it is dead polar bear on 11. The town guard So the town guard is the one that's after you, Rayon. He's going to try and grapple you again. I'm going to get you to take... are you going to try... If he moves and tries to grapple you, would you try and do a dodge or try and push him out of the way again?
Dodge.
Dodge? Okay, so for that,
Yeah.
we're going to do a athletics check. No, acrobatics check. I always get those mixed up.
Okay. I like that. Acrobatic way better.
And
28.
yeah, to his measly 3. So he goes and clumsily just like upper hands tries to grab you in a bear hug, misses completely and falls over you onto the ground again. So that is another prone. He won't be able to use his action to get up again. That's him. On to guard number 2. This one guard is going to get up from the rayon, and he's going to go after Valve. He's going to take a grapple at Valve. And you see Fricks. The guard's after yelling at Fricks. Fricks is also going to try and grapple Valve as well. 17. All right, so they both are able to grapple Valve, but Timid, who's next, is going to make his way running past this guard who hasn't got up yet. You shoved him way too hard. On to Darble. I believe. Yeah, Darble. So you
we
have
got
one bear severely damaged with an axe to the head that hasn't been pulled out yet. A second bear is attacking a armored figure with a sword that you don't know. And the baby bear has made his way to the side of the axe-wielding gentleman and is trying to scratch at him. What do you do?
Told not killing things kind of put a damper on my bowing. I think. Who got hit last time? That was Taskin?
Taskin took some damage, yes. 7 hit points minus, so...
Alright, I will use Healing Word on Taskin. It's got a 60-foot range, so I should be okay there.
Yes, the fight is within 30 feet of you.
Alright. So, he will get 4 plus my modifier, another 4 plus another 3, so he'll get 11 hit points.
Well, that puts him up to max again. That's pretty good healing. Where did my... Okay, so that is your... Anything else for your turn?
You're
sticking to your pilgrimage? Feel it's important?
I think I'll try and just stick to my pilgrimage.
Even in the light of possible doom. Okay, you're a religious man. Okay, sounds good. Darble, you were 12. Then we have 11s with the second guard. This guard is now trying to get up. You pushed him so hard prone, that is going to be his full action to get up. And he's just going to move this way to stay still. Block the door. After that, we have a swing from a troll. He's going to bite. What is with this? Okay, here we go. Boom. Darble does a... not Darble. Aegon does a 16 hit.
No.
Does not hit. And 2 swinging claws your way. 1 18.
No.
And a 2. No, that's not going to hit. So you're definitely dodging these trolls. They are... one of them is worse for wear from your other friends, but one of them barely looks wounded. And for that, it is the second troll's go. He is going to go after Garrick with a 16 will hit. And Garrick, you just see him take a shot to the head, knocks off his helmet, barely grazes him.
Right.
Okay. And Chris, no, we're not there. Thraman went. So Thraman's out. It's Garrick's turn to swing. After getting hit in the head, he rolls a nat 20 against the troll. With the 8. Nice. 8 plus 4. So one troll that wasn't injured is getting his ankle swung at by a daggery wielding dwarf and takes about 12 points of damage there. Where's the troll? 33. Okay. Down to Chrisum at initiative 5.
Alrighty. Well, we'll keep swinging.
So you're going after
Uh,
the polar bear that's... So you have one that is pretty much dead with an axe in the head right now, and one that is pretty much worse for wear. You've cut open its belly and its entrails, but it's still not running away. It's going after you. Maybe protecting its baby.
well, we'll go after the one that we've already hit once.
Okay.
That is a 21 to hit. Because we are still blessed, correct?
Yes, you have blessing.
Okay.
21 does hit.
So 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. Let's delete that. 11 points of damage. All right. So, where were you swinging at it? Anything particular, or are you just going for body mass?
No. Center of mass.
All right. So, with a swing coming from left to right, as it was coming towards you to claw, you've chopped off one of its hands. The baby's still fresh, but these two bears are looking worse for wear. We're going to do rerolls for initiative for everyone, if I may. Oh, sorry. No, there was one left. Garrick. He is... he went. Sorry. Okay. May I
It's
get rerolls?
probably my turn.
Aegon, you were the only 5 initiative back there.
So I'm going to take a swing at the troll that there. So I have 2 of them. One's worse for wear and one's not. Correct.
Yes, one you've seen is he's missing a few teeth. He's gotten smashed in the head. The jaw's off to the side. Bloody, pretty much stab wounds on the side. And the other one just took a shot to the ankle, basically.
Okay. Well, I'll go for the one that's a little more beat up.
Okay.
I swing with my hammer. 14.
Just misses.
And I'm going to use my bonus action with that burning log that's still in my hand and take a swing at him.
Sounds good. We're going to 1d4 fire damage on you for a 1. You're used to holding hot coals in the smiths, so this burning log's barely phasing you.
So do I roll for an unarmed strike or do I roll for strength?
A strength bonus attack. You're swinging a club. I've counted as this is a club.
15.
15 hits.
Finally.
You're gonna add 1d8 fire damage to this.
Okay. Six.
6 total. The club. Oh, club's 1d4 plus your strength. And then 1d8 fire damage.
Okay. 1d4 and 1d8 plus my strength of 4. So 10.
Boom, 10. All right, so with this one, you're taking the club and you're swinging full force. You're even like swinging so hard with some follow through that you're kind of like punching him as well as the club. And you knock him so hard in the face, knock him with the club, and you're basically your hand. He goes straight out. You just see him do a spin, and he's down on the ground unconscious, right at the right amount of hit points.
And on fire.
And on fire, so that might finish him off. But with that, I'm going to roll a 1d4 for me.
4.
You have 4 troll teeth stuck embedded in your fist.
My hands. Great.
Another 1. I'm rolling amazing again. You have 1 point of damage for that. So 1 troll is out. Okay, so that was the end of initiative. And to start it off, I'm going to get all of you to re-roll initiative, if I may. Anybody from 25 to 20? Anybody from 20 to 15?
15.
16.
16 was from Rayon.
Hey, you good.
And 15 was, sorry.
Rayon.
Aegon was 15, and then Rayon's 15. Boom. Okay. Anybody from 10 to 5?
14.
Yeah.
Oh, 14?
12.
Sorry. So we have a 12 at Chrism. And
Chrism's a 14.
14. And then what was the 12?
Darble.
Darble is 12.
And Shadow got 13.
Shadow's at 13. Oh, you guys are like making a run here. And Taskin to finish it off.
Extra points for a straight.
Yeah, no kidding. So the characters' initiative right now is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. I've never had that happen before.
Good. Good.
Oh, and the NPC is a 17. Let's see if this could go for 18 or 10. Oh, no, another 17. That would have been cool. Okay, and a guard and a guard. 5. And then the town guards that are after Rayon. 7. Oh, I'm rolling like a champ today, so we are at top of the initiative is Garrick and Thraman at 17. Thraman's out. Why do I keep rolling for him? UC. There we go. It's Garrick again. So last time Garrick swung, he took a swing at the troll's ankles. He's going to try and repeat that, going up. Let's go for the knee. 19. That hits. For 10 points. Okay, then we have 16. Aegon.
I am also going to go for the knee.
All right, so you have 1 troll down, and 1 troll is about 10 feet away from you. So you'd have to run up and do that one, but you're going for the knee.
Right. Yes.
Sounds good. What do you roll?
22.
That hits.
And then find one ending. 7.
7 points of damage.
Yep. That's with the hammer. And then my bonus action is going to be taking that flaming club and doing it again.
All right. So,
Swinging at this guy.
yeah, we're counting that as a club. So roll the hit.
What was that again? Strength.
Strength modifier to hit.
Ugh, 13.
13 misses. So you do take a swing and clang on the guy's knee, and that knee makes him reflex out of the way of your follow-up swing with that burning fire. We're going to roll a d4 on the top of your another 1 point of fire damage in your hand.
Can I take my... I don't know if that's... So am I at the point where I can take that action surge?
We are counting you guys as third level.
Okay.
The agency's trying to recruit you at third level. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take an action surge and take another swing at him center mass with my warhammer.
Center mass. You know that the AC is at 15 from your last hits and rolls, so
25.
25's a hit.
Yeah.
Anything screaming? Are you screaming anything for this last swing?
Are we swearing in this stream?
Oh yeah, I've already made it not safe for work, and you have to click the button to watch the stream. Parental discretion.
It'll be fuck you. And I'm gonna smash him with 12 points of damage.
And that does it. So that smash to the head knocks him straight out. You get a couple more teeth flying everywhere. But we're going to... Yeah. Well, okay. I apologize. So I was looking up at the top one. He has a little bit of life left in him.
Okay. That's the end of my turn.
That's the end of your turn. That's a troll, not a polar. Okay, perfect. So yes, he's not quite dead, but that has knocked him down. A couple teeth flying, and he's still growling angrily. That was 16. Down to 15 is Rayon. You were making a dash for it, out of her establishment. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're making a dash for it. You're gonna a full dash straight ahead.
I'm going to just knock over whatever's in my way, whistle for Orsi, so he will come, and then just keep on running.
You do have one kind of night end table near the door that has a few things on it, decorative, of course. A place where people drop their things that they don't want to be held when they go to the rooms of the comfort rooms. So you drop that, and you're making your dash out the door. As soon as you get out, you run into 4 more towns guards.
Oh, do they look like they're ready for me, or?
More surprised that you're making a dash for it, but definitely they do recognize you.
Okay, I'm going to try to attack, because I'm running, so I'm going to try to tackle them through. Bulldoze my way through.
Bulldoze your way through. Okay, we're going to do a athletics check with disadvantage.
$12.
12. So you make it through the first guard. You make it through the second guard, but they're grabbing at you. That slows you down enough for the third and fourth guard to tackle you and bring you down to the ground. Are you continuing to resist?
No. I'll just say you have the wrong guy. I'm innocent.
Where's Orsi right now?
I whistled for him, so he is coming, but he's smart enough to know that I'm down on the ground.
Okay, so you're down incapacitated at this moment. Okay, so we're on to Chrism at 14.
Kristen's gonna hit a bear.
All right, so you have 3 bears in front of you. One is with an axe in the head, really worse for wear. One of them, the one you're currently fighting, is got bloodied entrails and smacked across the wrist or the sternum. And the baby bear, who is still scratching at Tazkin, is unaffected. Which one are you swinging at?
I'm gonna swing at the one in front of me.
Sounds good.
The one with missing a hand and all that I've already been hitting. Okay, 9 plus 8 is 17.
17 hits.
And then let's use a different D4. It doesn't want to say anything. 15 points of damage.
15 points of damage. So you take your longsword. It's sorry. I gotta make these cells bigger. I've made them the text so small. Boom. So you take your longsword and pulverize it right through the whole bear, right in the middle, mid-center. You feel it go limp onto your sword. You drag it out as it collapses right in front of you. That's another bear kill. Do you have anything else with your actions or your turn?
No, I have no bonus actions worth doing.
Not at this moment. Okay, so we're down to Shadow. You're making your way through the prison. One of your friends has made it through. The rest are stuck up by where the guards are. But you're making your way this way towards where the mess hall is.
Right.
You're going to try and find out which key has this unlocked. This is the one that's unlocked over here, so...
Which is unlocked?
Okay,
yeah.
A door in front of you that will be locked.
Okay, yeah, I'll try to unlock it.
All right, so that one we're going to get you to do a investigation check. So on the keychain, you see 4 keys that are very similar.
Okay.
1 that is a larger key, and 2 that are very small comparatively. Adam, which ones do you want to try?
I imagine probably one of the smaller keys. I'll try the 2 smaller keys first.
2 smaller keys? All right. You try both those smaller keys. They don't work. You see that the lock looks about... It's definitely not for the big one. But you can see it's about the medium ones. And the 4 medium ones look almost exactly the same.
And I don't have it. Are my weapons taken, or like all my gear is taken?
All your gear. You are stuck with a core of a pair. If you really wanted to have that still in your... And a keychain. You got a keychain.
Sweet. Then I'm going to... we're taking our 3rd level here?
You are 3rd level.
Okay. Then I'm going to cast Disguise Self, and I will take the shape of one of the guard captains that I've seen skulking about the prison.
Perfect. All right. And then... sounds good. Any checks with the smaller keys? The medium keys?
Yeah, and I guess I'll just check if there's only 4, I'll check all of them on the keychain.
Okay, so investigation. We're going for the number 3. No, you first key, you try it, doesn't work.
Okay.
Second key, you're lucky enough, it opens the lock. The door swings open. Immediately, you see 3 more guards in the mess hall clearing out some of the food that's stored in the kitchen.
Okay.
Are you walking straight by them?
Yeah, and as Disguise is one of the captain guards, as I'm walking past them, I'm going to shout them and order them, like, get those prisoners upstairs out of here! Get them out!
Sounds good. As Disguise Self, that would be into... Nope. They stop immediately what they're doing, all 3 guards, and they make their way towards where you were to go up the stairs. So we're going to count this guy as the dot. So they're coming this way. And they have no clue. They think you're the legit thing. And that completes your movement. We are on to finally some polar bear. Baby bear gets to swing at Taskin. Natural 20. So that does.
Is he within 5 feet of me?
Taskin? He's within 10 feet of you.
Yeah. I gotta check if it's the bear or the.
22.6.
Give me 1 second.
Okay, that's that. Down to 8. No, we are at Darble at 12. Oh, sorry. Can I... Mic check?
There we go.
I can hear
Coming
you.
off.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay, so the baby bear rolled a 20 and did a fair bit of damage to Taskin again.
Yes, so it went up, it flanked Taskin, was trying to claw at him, missed the first time, second swing, really got him in the face. As his axe was buried in one of his parents, and he's trying to reef it out, he gets a claw from the baby bear to the face.
All right.
He's about 30, still about 30 feet away from you.
Okay. Well, I'll healing word him again.
Healing word him again, okay. And that's 60 feet rate. Yeah, so roll for that.
That's another 11 points of healing.
He's just going to take swings and go back. That's nice. Anything else with your... Do you want to get down? The bear, one of them's down. The other one is in its death throes, death moans. And the baby bear itself is still healthy, taking swings. But it is a tiny bear. We're going to say about 3 to 4 months old.
I'm probably going to stay where I'm at for now. Stay out of the way.
Staying out of the way.
I'm not allowed to kill anything, so...
Yes, well, this is a religious pilgrimage. You are sticking to your guns, and you haven't received any visions from your gods to show you otherwise. So, yeah, stick to your guns for this one. And on to Taskin at 11. Taskin is... He's a savage. He's just going to take a swing at the baby bear. So he reefs the axe out of the other bear, and the blood comes rushing out of the skull. When it expires, it was on 1 hit point. And take a swing at the baby bear. Misses. So as he's yanking up, the axe kind of off balance. This baby bear swings, and he's going to move, or swings at the baby bear, and he's going to move out of the way. All right, so these guys get to go now. We have one troll taking a bite and 2 swings at Aegon. Your partner, Thraman, is unconscious, and Garrick has only taken 1 bite. He's pretty much, or 1 shot to the head. He's pretty much good. So he's going to take 2 claws at Thraman and a bite towards you. A bite rolls a nat 20. Nice. I either roll really well or really poorly.
That hits.
1d8 plus 5.
Oh.
So 8 plus 8 plus 5. So 21 points of damage towards Aegon.
I'm unconscious.
Aegon, so you're that one last swipe towards you knocks you in the head. You're worse for wear and down to 0 hit points. So that's pretty good for the troll. Thraman's gonna take a swing at him. Not Thraman, Garrick. No, he's sorry, initiative high. Then the guard. So the two guard that are facing Rayon, four guard facing Rayon. You are. They've just grappled you, and they're gonna try and put manacles on you. Your last chance to try and escape would be now, but you have three guys holding you down, so it would be a disadvantage.
Okay.
Or
I'm going
do you want to accept your fate and face the night in jail? See what
I'm actually going to get them to hook me, and then I'm going to once they stop paying attention as much, like once they start falling out of line, I'm going to unhook it myself.
Yeah, and you are super good at that. Okay. So yes, we're looking at this map. You're about the second houses running out that door. They're walking you towards the main guard's house, where it's kind of the holding cells, the remand center, if you must.
Okay.
Okay, so those guys are going there, and that means we are back at the top of the turn for Garrick. Garrick he's facing death with this last troll. This troll is worse for wear, but he's going to take a swing at it. 19. He hits. I always put it away and then I roll it. 7. Oh, boom. So Garrick takes one last swing at the hammer and swinging so hard that he loses grip, but hits him in the head enough that he knocks the last final troll down and immediately makes his way over to you. Two trolls down. We have one polar bear, baby polar bear, and the guards have arrested. Okay. So looking at this situation here, we have a baby bear that is taking swings at Tasman. We have Rayon being arrested. We have two guards making their way up stairs and Shadow disguised as a captain making his way to the armory. And that is it for that. And Aegon, you are down on the ground, knocked out, but one of your friends is near, and then you see another big shadow coming towards you in your last kind of glancing. So you're thinking, oh, this is the day I die. Okay. Shadow, that was that. Okay, so Aegon, your initiative 16. I'm going to read your conclusion for the night.
Okay.
On the brink of death, exhausted, you stumble your way to the keep's doors. Nope. Never mind. That is not the unconscious strain.
Fuck this. I'm out.
Yeah. I was reading the you're not dead strain. This is the Okay, so you turn to lay on your proud to accept your hero's death and join your brethren in the eternal war. You turn to lay on your back. As the wind continues to howl, the darkness takes you. Blurs of destruction made from lava, an endlessly tall mountain, fragmented visions of a long past war, death and violence hurled against a shore. A tunnel caving pebble by pebble, rock by rock, the light at the end disappears. The sand of a silver hourglass slowly dissipated into a cloud of smoke, and ash heaved from the ground itself. All of this flashing in your mind's eye. Hold on, little buddy. Death will not be yours tonight, though you've earned it. A deep and gurgling voice assures you. You feel yourself being lifted as if you were as light as a feather, and for a moment the pain ends. You try to open your eyes to see the source of your relief, but the reality comes snapping back. The salty sweat from your brow stings them back shut. The brief glimpse through the darkness of your closed eyelids, you believe you make out the shimmering glow of an elf made from light, carrying you aloft. The pain is immense, but the exhaustion is greater. You shut your eyes in hopes for some relief, and it comes quickly. A deep slumber overpowers you. So thank you, Aegon. You are now unconscious, being carried by an unknown force. Didn't expect that one to happen, to go down. Okay, so
Should
that's
have led with the hammer.
Rayon, you're being arrested. I'm going to. So you are going to try and make your way out as you're making your guards. So you're about halfway there. You can see the remand center coming up on your right, and two of the guards got distracted by you were passing along and saw what is gleaming pearls kind of competition. It is more of a boisterous house of the pleasure of the flesh kind of thing, and the girls are outside, so two guards are definitely distracted by that, but the other two have you your hands behind your back and one arm, one hand on each kind of elbow area. What will you do?
I try to sleight of hand, get out of my hook, my handkerchief,
Okay.
handcuffs.
Where's Orsi?
He's just kind of following behind from a safe distance.
Okay, sounds good. So I'm going to get you to roll a regular sleight of hand check.
How do I do that again?
D20, and then it's in your skills. You're pretty good at it. Maybe not shadow level, but
I have. What is
oh,
this?
never
This is
mind. You're
10.
just as good. Wow.
19. Wow, 19.
19. So yeah,
Yeah.
without them noticing, you're able to get one hand free, and then the second hand
Oh.
free. You're holding the manacles behind your back right now. Your hands are out. What do you do?
I'm going to use the manacle and, like, while they're distracted, hit both guard. Like, bitch slap them. And then that would diss them.
Sounds good. So they're definitely surprised. So you're going to get a surprise attack on both these, and I'll give you attacks against both of them.
Okay, 12 on first attack. Do I add anything to this?
Surprise attack is advantage. I think a surprise attack is advantage.
But I don't get any plus to hit, though, right?
No, not on this one. Or sorry,
Okay.
if you're pulling it out, no plus to hit.
Okay, so 12 on the first one, first guard, and
12 hits.
okay, sweet.
So
Because the second one's a 4.
we're gonna do unarmed attacks for these.
Okay.
So roll damage for the first one.
Sorry, how do I do that again?
Your unarmed attack. So on your action, it should be unarmed strike. You are two.
It just says 2. Does that just mean I did 2 damage?
Oh yeah, so it's just 2 damage, I guess. Isn't that weird?
Weird.
I'm going to double check on Shadow. Yeah, well, he has claws, that's why. Never mind. So yes, you do 2 damage, but you're able to distract the guy long enough. Are you gonna dash out of the way?
Yes, I am. Gonna go run.
So this one, I'm going to take an athletics check from you.
That. Hopefully. Athletics. 13.
13. So the first one completely distracted. You ended up like poking him in the eye, but the second one is on you. He's following you, and he's catching you. I'm gonna get him to roll. So he leaped to try and rugby tackle you and missed completely with the natural one. So he's down, prone on the ground. The other guy's distracted. Do you want to continue your run away? Where are you headed? If you're headed north, uptown, you don't have any outs or any connections. If you go south, you have some spots to hide. But again, there's more guards south as well.
South. And I'm gonna go south, and then once I get out of range of these guards, I'm going to try to blend in with the crowd.
Okay, sounds good. So you have that action to... Oh, you have a... You can cast yourself invisible? That's amazing. Okay, sounds good. Again, this one guy's on you, but he tried to rugby tackle you, missed completely. He's prone. Second one, he's been poked in the eye, so you're getting away, but you do see guards that are not paying attention to you about 30 feet away at a corner post on the first set of housing right around here. And you're making this path down this way. So to stay unnoticed, I'm going to go over and finish this. That was Rayon. Chrisum, it is your action. You only have a baby bear taking swings at Tazkin. It is still pretty angry. It did see both of its parents just die.
Okay, and being from this area, this baby's got no chance right now to survive, even long term, does it?
It is. Honestly, if you could squeeze it and hold its strength together, you could pick it up. It is not that big of a bear. Baby bear size, and no, chances are it will not survive out in the open.
Don't kill it. It's cute.
Okay.
I don't know how
I'm
cute
going
it is.
to.
Lots of these bears up here are cannibalistic and mangy. This one, it was an actual family, so you do think these caves or somewhere nearby it had a house.
And is there anybody I can think of that would take care of said bear should it live?
He doesn't know you yet, Rachel. So no, you know, at the Temple of Reflection, a bear up there could be used for a variety of different circumstances. You have a lot of pilgrims come up, but you're not going to turn it into a circus bear or house it at the Temple of Reflection. There's no one that's a real trainer there.
And this is more of a mercy than anything. I attack the bear. Better quick and clean than starving to death on a mountain somewhere.
You go deep. Okay, sounds good. You're rolling to hit this bear with your longsword.
Yep.
So you're basically just like taking it and plunging your sword into it, or are you trying to swing at it?
I'm trying to do this as humanely as possible.
Take off its head?
Yeah.
Called shot. Okay, sounds good. Roll for that.
Okay, here we go. And
The baby bear. Cute baby bear.
yeah, my heart's not in it. I only rolled a 8.
Yeah, you still hit it. Not very well. The humane part might be out of this because you're not fully hearted into the swing, but roll for damage.
$13.
So even though your heart wasn't into it, it is a baby bear, and it was very tiny, about 3 months old. So your swing does take its head off, clean right off. Do you do anything with the remnants of the bodies?
No. No, I would know that the meat doesn't last too long up here. These will be gone and used by other creatures within hours, if not days at most.
Sounds good. So you did it. Okay, Shadow, Initiative 13. We are back at the prison. Guards have passed you. They're made their way upstairs. You don't know where your friends are at, but you are missioned towards the armory, which is still in the top left corner. You have about 120 feet to get there, and one doorway you know to be locked or unlocked.
Okay. I'm still gonna. I'll take dash action and get at least half the distance.
Okay. And there is a guard on the left as you come up the stairs. He is in the stairway, but you can see he's kind of huddled to himself, and the commotion of all the other stuff, he's kind of the nerves have got him. Do you say anything to him?
Yeah, just still in disguise. I'll tell him like, soldier, as I said to your compatriots, upstairs, get the prisoners out, get them to safety.
All right, so with that, he's seen your guard captain uniform. He's going to run up the stairs and be on the second floor to deal with these guys after. Oop, don't want that one. Okay, so you dashed your entire, and you're close, okay? And then Shadow onto Darble at 12. All the bears are done. You see two of your compatriots, or not of your compatriots, two unknown humanoids down below. Do you join them, or are you content being solo upstairs?
No, I'll make my way down and find out who came and essentially saved me from the bears.
Sounds good. So you make your way down. Do you want to do the jump down, or do you want to take a more of the climb down? Your last time your jump, you slipped and took a little bit of bludgeoning damage. So you may not want to repeat that in front of your first impressions, you know. But
I'll take the slow and sure path down, so I don't just face plant in front of
all right,
the new
with that, I'm
people.
going to do a strength check with advantage.
All right. That is an 8. Not doing so well with this climbing thing.
No, that's okay. Your new friend is going to train you on how to climb. But you, halfway, you're very close to the bottom. But last little foothold, you do slip, and you do take a little bit of a fall. Not more than 10 feet, though. For another... I swear this D4 only rolls ones. So yeah, a little bit embarrassed. You brush yourself off again, and you make your way over. And you three meet for the first time without having to swing axes. Tazkin greets, well met. Thank you, sirs. Oh, he wouldn't say sirs. Thank you, brothers.
Thank you. I'm not allowed to kill anything on my pilgrimage, and your help is most appreciated.
You're on the pilgrimage.
You,
Where are you from, armored fellow?
I'm from the Temple of Reflection. I'm not quite sure how I ended up down this far south.
Did you make your way? Can we come with you back to the Temple of Reflection? It was both our paths, our desired paths to head there.
Of course, I would not deny anyone entry. Although, doing a pilgrimage at this time of year is, well, some would say foolhardy.
I go where my god dictates.
Obviously, Chrism, you can relate. You've been around religion your entire life. You've seen the fanaticism of some people. And sometimes what the god wills, the favor does. All right, so Taskin does ask. He would like to go to the Temple of Reflection. He knows the area. It is one of the only spots where there is a proper place to sleep and food, sustenance to stay, and party favors, such like that. Darble, you were always on the pilgrimage to go up there. You're definitely happy to see these two travelers join you along your last bit of travel and make it so you were able to complete your pilgrimage. That is special. I didn't think you would be able to do that, so I will. That will be God's favor later. We are on Aegon. You are unconscious, being carried away, unknown force, and Shadow. We are going to finish you off right now. Not to kill, but we have to wrap up your end of the story. So you are at the armory door, and when you open that, you see a bunch of weapons. Tons. Every prisoner's weapons, is most of the guard weapons, some spears, shields and armor. You do see some half plate, and Nothing of yours just yet, but there is a side room. Would you like to try and fumble the keys to open that one? You.
I would, yes.
All right. So roll perception or wait, Shadow. You are super perception, I think. Yeah. Never mind. You notice this right off the bat. The lock is smaller.
I'll try the small keys.
All right. First try, you get that key open. And this is where all the inmates' weapons seem to be kept. They are not in as good a shape. But can I get you to roll a quick investigation?
Yep. That would be 17.
17? You, right off the bat, you see one of your pair of kukris. As well as a big backpack full of your gear and all your stuff beside it. Do you grab it?
I do.
Okay, so you are now considered to have your gear, everything minus your short bow.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll walk out of the side room and I'll take a look around the guards' armory, and I'll investigate for a short bow as well as some studded leather armor.
Perfect. I'm going to get you to roll an investigation.
19.
You see right off the bat a pack of arrows, a quiver, and a very sturdy-looking short bow. You take that.
I will take those.
Okay. You also see there, right beside the short bow, rope. 3 sets of 50-foot rope.
I'll grab one of those.
Grab one of those. Okay, so that is making that double. You now have 100 feet of rope in your adventuring gear and short bow. All right, so you have 2 options for your escape. The front door.
Yeah.
You don't know what's happening out there, and that would be to the main thoroughway of the Jinsu City. And as you can tell, that there is chaos happening outside. And then there's 2 towers on cell blocks C and D. Those are on the upper floors. But you know, those are the ones you know that it takes a leap of a tabaxi, not a human, to get to that windowsill, and then another leap out. Those, but you have 2 options for those. Which ways do you want to make out?
And if I were to leap out the other way to make the big leap, it would be into the ocean or into the water.
It is into the water.
Yeah, no. And I didn't see any studded leather armor in the armory, did I?
No, half plate, and
Okay. And
just not studded, only leather, light.
okay,
Uniforms, basically.
yeah, that's fine. Then, satisfied with that, I'll change my appearance with disguise self again to a kind of just a common townsfolk, and I'll walk out the front door.
Okay. Walking out the front door, and you're going to common townsfolk. I'm going to get you to roll a perception check.
Okay. That's a 10.
Okay, so you are a little bit nervous making your way out this door. You can hear the hubbub of the city, bells clanging. You see part of the prison is on fire, more of the south end of it, near the top roof of the mess hall. So that would be cell block F, from your knowledge of the prison. And making your way out, it's a bridge. And no one seems to be paying attention to you. There is so much commotion. Everybody's involved in themselves. There's people running right. There's people running left. And there's people running down a thoroughway that's straight ahead. So you have kind of a triangle. I didn't prepare Jinsu City for you, but you have a kind of a triangle.
Okay, I'll just... where's most of the commotion coming from? Where's the heaviest part of the fray?
All around, basically. It's going left, it's going right, and some people are running straight ahead.
Okay, I'll follow the group of people and just blend in with them.
Okay. Sounds good. So you do know in Jinsu City, you do have a couple friends. One that is relatively close, but you haven't been in contact with them for a year. So up top left of this map is the prison. You're walking out the front door. So you have a big alleyway straight in front of you, and then off to the right, it goes more north. There's one more thoroughway. The friend of yours is in a house near. Oh, I can't walk that right now. So one of the purple houses up near the north, about 150 to 200 feet away.
Okay. I'll try to see if my friend's home. And as I'm walking, I'll I'll pull out a copper wire out of my component pouch and just send a message back to Valve and Timid and just let them know like if they can make it out to come find me.
All right, you hear Timid say he's been trapped. He's been put back in his cell. And that's where they will stay until whatever commotions. But yes, they've been grappled. You only got one response from Timid. Valve, you don't know, but you assume that he's with them.
Okay. And
back to Rayon. Just to conclude, you're running away from the guards. You saw two on your right-hand side. They're at the corner. And you do know that you don't own this city, but you own the city. Like, you have a lot of contacts within it, and a lot of the lower, not lower class, but the poor people have counted on you for friendly relief ever so often, a favor here or there. So you have a lot of friends in this part of the hood. We're gonna get. Where's your map? So yes, down these rows, you have friends and tons of friends over here. The guards are right over here, and you're making your way here. Orsi's still behind you. You are running. The other guards are yelling that you've knocked over, and the ones that were looking at the ladies are also chasing you. But you've gotten about a 40 to 50 feet dash, and you're around a corner from them.
I'm going to use my race feature and turn invisible.
Okay, there's two guys that do have eyes on you.
Oh.
But you do have the row of houses in front of you. There is doorways, and you're about 20 feet away from them.
Okay, I'm going to run into the alleyway.
Okay.
Yep. And then once I've reached there, I'm going to turn invisible.
Okay, so that'll be your turn and action to turn invisible as your race.
Yep.
Okay. As you turn invisible, what do you do while you're in the house? If you come into the house, you see stoves off to the left, a stairway that's off here, a little living space with a table, and about 2 or 3 flower pots that are off right to the right. And then there's one room right behind those flower pots. So a doorway off to your right. And then, of course, straight ahead, it's a house that goes straight. There's another door that's straight as well.
I'm going to go through the door that's directly in front of me. I'm basically going to try to zigzag, but make my way out of this city.
Okay, so you'll get to the doorway, and that's where you'll stop because of your movement. So that's about 30 feet total. Right when you're about to open that door, you hear the guards behind you open the door that you had just opened.
Right before I open the door. Okay, I'm going to stay really quiet. I'm going to stop moving.
Sounds good.
Freeze.
Okay, completely still. These guards look around. They don't see you at all. They do a quick rummage through the first floor. One guard runs up second floor, doesn't see you, of course, and then they exit. You are now eluded the guards as an invisible being. Okay, second one. Yeah, you eluded him too. Okay, so we took care of that. Shadow, you've run this way. Tazkin is making his way up with you guys. Garrick is... You don't know how Garrick is, by the way, Aegon. You're unconscious. You've lost track of him. But he was alive last time you saw him, and Thramin was unconscious. Trolls, they're done. Okay, so far, we're going to about wrap it up here, you guys. We are Shadow. You are about to escape. made your way. So we'll just finish you off because I think you're very close to your friend's house, and that's 3 dice rolls away. Okay. So again, you're up here. You're making your way down a couple alleyways. The commotion of the city is crazy. There's people running right and left. The bells and the fires happening a couple places all over the city. You know of a friend that is just east of you. You haven't talked to him in a while, but you also know of a couple of friends that you have stayed in contact with through letters that are a little bit more south. Still in the same northern area of the poor area of the city. Where would you like to go?
On this turn, I'll cast message again to my friend that I think is closest and just ask him if he's all right and if he's home.
Okay. Yes, he is home. He's a little bit jolted by the sudden message in his head. He doesn't quite know where that's from him, and he's like, "Feather, is that you?" Yes, I'm home. Yes, I'm well. How are you? Where are you?
I'll cast it again. I'll say, I've been in prison. I broke out. I'm on the street. Just need a place to stay for a bit. Is that okay?
And he, again, a little bit stuttered. He's like, "You're not here? Where are you? I hear you. You're definitely welcome. I'll put on tea. How long will you be?"
5 minute, 10 minute.
I'll see you. Oh, you can't really. Oh, you cast again. And then,
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, he responds, "Oh, I have the kettle on. Welcome, friend." Okay. So, 3 of you are on your way to the Temple of Reflection. Aegon, you are unconscious. Rayon, you've escaped. You're invisible in a house that is near the courts guard, the town's guard, but in a favorable neighborhood for you. And Rayon, you're on the way to a friend's house for some tea with your weapons. And that's where we're going to leave off and continue our adventures next Wednesday. Well, thank you very much, team. Any questions?
That was fun.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank
That
you.
was a good roleplay.
Yeah, well, holy, that Scottish accent rocked my world. Thank you, Aegon. That was awesome. Sorry, for Chrism, you had a lot more to do with Tazkin before you got to Darble. Darble, you also had a run-in with Tazkin before you got to that position, so I kind of had to wing it. Your little test for your pilgrimage would have been a little, because Tazkin would have got on your nerves, and almost you would have had the right to kind of like punch him in the face, kind of sucker punch him kind of thing, so I missed out on those role-playing situations, but hopefully next time Tazkin can come, or we might have to find a replacement, and we'll either he'll play Tazkin or something similar.
XP, how does that work?
Sorry, which one?
XP?
I
Like
will
experience?
be. Part of my concentration was I've noticed I was focusing on this XP chart that I have, which then I had to flip back and forth, and I was like, oh, okay, this is a little bit more difficult. I have to have that third screen over here for this XP. But I have an XP tracker. I'm going to pass over everybody's marks for XP. It's probably going to be before next Wednesday for sure, but it will be probably tomorrow. And just mark everybody's XPs, kills, creature kills, sacrifices, helping out the party, and role-playing. Man, that Scottish accent, that was awesome. Any questions on what we're going to do for next Wednesday? So next Wednesday, I have the very first part of it is you guys are going to meet the NPCs of the agency, and they're going to get you together for your training. Your training will be several different focus tests, but also kind of give you guys insight on some of the missions I have planned ahead and what you kind of have to do to solve them. So you're not just stuck in like, oh, how do I solve this? He made such a hard problem with cryptography and all this other stuff. You'll have an idea on how to solve those in the future.
All right. I had a question for you, Jace.
Yep.
On D&D Beyond, did you ever look at their combat tracker?
Yes, the beta version. I haven't used it yet.
You might want to take a look. I found it really easy to, because it'll auto roll all your monsters, and then you just add in. It'll even pick out the names for your campaign.
And I can pre-plan the monsters that you guys are running into, or like the variables of the monsters you can run into.
Yeah, you just add monster, and then you can add anything in the books,
Yes, I
and then
definitely
randomize them.
looking at it more. I'm also there's ways to make it so it's in the chat for Discord. There's tons of commands you have to learn, but there is a way to make it so I can make these monster rolls in Discord as well for it as well. So I will slowly improve with this setup. This is the first time I've had the studio this way, so I'm sure there will be changes. Also, I wasn't tracking these map switches very often. I gotta when the party's all together, there's only going to be one map to focus on. This one was actually a very hard session to DM because you guys were all separate from different parts of the towns and different areas of the world. So that will get easier in the future as well. But yeah, I will look at that monster tracker. It makes it so much easier. I've only seen a video on it though. I haven't actually seen it used.
It's pretty intuitive. Plus, it does hit point tracking for you, so you can just that's dead, and it takes them out.
Perfect. Yeah, I will be. You'll see me going on Discord and testing stuff and checking our recording settings and such like that for the next week. So I'll definitely take a look at that, and maybe we can adopt that. Because going back and forth from sheet to sheet was painstaking for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's Monster Tracker. Any questions about lore that you've run into so far?
So how far is the city that Shadows in comparative word? Oh, I guess I wouldn't know. Never mind.
Where Shadow is compared to you, a different continent.
Oh, okay.
Very far away.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
you know of the continent, just because the how wars are told, it's kind of like, oh, U.S. knows of Germany because they fought them in a war kind of thing. So you do know of the continent. The continent you're from was a longtime enemy of that continent, but you don't know how far the city is.
How do you? Sorry, go ahead.
Nope. You.
Finish your stuff.
No, Aegon, go for it.
How do you add advantage and disadvantage in D&D Beyond?
You don't. I think you just hit the roll button twice.
You can right click on any.
Oh, there.
Make sure I'm
Oh.
doing this.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll copy that.
Oh, Daryl,
Okay.
we should have talked about this a long time ago. That's awesome. Okay, so yeah, right-clicking on your dice rolls on your character sheets gives you the option of advantage, disadvantage.
Remember, you can actually, if your computer's faster than mine, it's more my internet connection out here is so sketchy. I don't want to risk doing anything with it.
Well, when
No,
you
no.
play
Cool.
that
I
Marvel Crisis Protocol you're going to show me, I'll invite you out here and you can fiddle with the setup all you want because, again, I'm in IT, but I do not consider myself an expert at this at all.
Oh no, I have just out where I live right now. My connection is so poor.
Oh, you got country internet.
We have, it's like satellite internet with a hub.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm rocking that too.
Seriously, that's pretty good connection for the farm internet or the satellite internet. My mom's is horrible.
On Discord, it seems like the top half of the image that you're putting, like the map or whatever, is really blurry. Is
So
that
too.
The bottom half is fine.
Interesting.
it's not just me?
No,
No, I'm getting the top half is blurry too.
Yeah, it's this map and the other maps too.
Yeah, every
all of the maps.
every map we've seen, yeah, the top half is
Blurry.
buzzed out. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like-
thought it was on purpose with that one.
pixelated.
Yeah, me too.
None of them are on purpose.
Fog of
But
war.
This one's like very noticeable.
It is.
We'll fight to the south because we can't see shit to the north.
I'm looking at it here. Okay, just one sec. If I may keep you guys on, I'm going to try and see if I can find the setting right off the bat why that's making that.
I thought it was a loading issue with the internet.
Yeah, while everybody else's stuff was going on, my setting things I've gone through to try and make that better on my end. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I kind of assumed any issues were because I was on the country internet.
No, that is not supposed to be blurry. So I might have to figure out why that's blurry. Not right now. I will figure that out in testing throughout the week. But yes, these maps are not supposed to be blurry. I will, because we went through all these, I will send it in the group chat, a copy of every single map we went through. And if you guys have further questions on why they are the way they are, let me know.
Okay.
Does that work? Sorry for blurry
Okay.
maps. I will try and solve that for next time. It might be because I have one on Wi-Fi and one hardline plugged in. I'm not sure.
which one's your Wi-Fi?
The map one, of course.
That might be it.
Yeah, might be. I'm not sure. As I'm looking at it, they're clear as day right now, so I don't know. I'll figure that
It could be a weird Discord thing too.
Yeah, I double stream or something. Or double XSplit account. I'm only using one XSplit account on 2 different computers. Maybe that's it. I don't know.
I don't know anything about Discord, but
I'll make some tests.
I'm going to let you guys go.
Yes.
I got an early morning for work tomorrow, so
Thank you, team. That was awesome. Next time we'll be in a group, more of a group setting, so it'll be a lot easier coordination between the group and talking to each other.
Excellent.
all right.
Good job.
Awesome.
Take care.
Good game,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
See you next week.
Yeah, next week.
See ya.
That was fun.